Everybody, happy Sunday. I hope everybody's having a very good holiday season. It's just occurred to me here in Nevada that sometimes we look back at the stock market and how we are beholden to the hours that the stock market holds, where you can trade things like Bitcoin and Ethereum 24/7. There's a couple of things I want to mention. One is, if somebody, for example, got into a big position last week, or even Christmas Eve, like a Bitwise or an Ethereum Grayscale Trust, or even Microstrategy, when there's been a big move in the underlying assets that drive the price of these items, you don't know what's going to happen over the whole weekend. So all Friday afternoon, all Saturday, all Sunday, we got to wait until Monday morning to see what's going to happen. And the point here is, what's really interesting, we're going to go back in time in about 5 years and say, oh, remember when we used to have to trade 9:30 to 4 East Coast time for stock market type equities? It makes no sense. So one of the beauties of crypto is you can trade 24/7. Again, this is not investment advice, but very important to be cautious of exactly what can happen before, when you get into a trade, and if you have to go through a sequence of events during a weekend. For example, Bitcoin from Friday afternoon to today has gone from 21,500 all the way up to 28,000 in a very short window of time. Ethereum went from 575 to 611 when I made my video on Christmas Day saying it is dramatically out of whack compared to Bitcoin. Historically, the range of Ethereum to Bitcoin is at an all-time low. And the question is, would you like to spend 60 Ethereum on one Bitcoin or 40? And that's basically what the crux of my last video was about. The other thing that's really important to know is, again, things can go up and things can go down. But sometimes if you are beholden to waiting over a whole weekend where a lot of action can happen, you don't know exactly what's going to take place to your underlying assets that you invest in. Getting back to Microstrategy, really interesting case in point. If you imagine Bitcoin, which hit 28,000, call it 30,000, they own 70,450 Bitcoins. The total value of their Bitcoin investment is nearly $3 billion, which is more than their entire market cap today. So it shows you how out of whack things can be. So it'll be very interesting on Monday morning to see exactly where Microstrategy goes, where Bitwise goes, where the Ethereum Grayscale Trust ETH goes, as well as the Bitcoin Trust. Again, it's just funny to me to see that you have to wait for nearly 4 days to find out exactly where these underlying assets move to. And again, hopefully in a couple of years that'll be a thing of the past. And again, another beauty of trading crypto. The other thing that I'd like to mention real quick is because of the volatility and the importance of dollar cost averaging into crypto, there are certain good times to trade. Fortunately, I live on the west coast of the United States, and I found the best windows to snag a dip tends to be from 2 a.m. to 4 p.m. Pacific. Not all the time, but a lot of the time you can see dips happening. I don't know if that's the Asian markets going down or Europe waking up, or I'm not sure why, but again, keep eyes out for those certain types of dips, which could be quite lucrative. Thank you everybody for your time. See you soon. Oh, in my next video, by the way, I'm going to go into great detail. Huh? What?
You're supposed to say subscribe.
Yeah, please subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get this off the ground, but a really interesting video is coming up next. I'm going to analyze 40 price predictions from all the top experts of Bitcoin over not only 2021, but also going all the way out to 2037. It'll be very interesting. I'm going to look in detail at these 40 different models and give a weighting to those that I believe are the best, to be able to have a very good indication. When I did my first Bitcoin video back on October 7th, the price of Bitcoin was $10,540, and I said with over 99% surety that in 10 years Bitcoin would be about $113,000. Well, how off I was. Now, as each day goes by, I become more and more convinced that we can easily hit $100,000 by Christmas next year. So 12 months to go for a 4x to happen. It's actually even less than a 4x now. Anyway, thank you all again. Please subscribe. You'll hear from me shortly.